striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded. Beaton, my maiden name. I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the art...
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode.
It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have...
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41, Detective Dubois. I'm afraid Harry doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will...
Oh, and what happened to yours, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please. Oh dear. So, I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't...
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional.
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement. I mean, favors for favors. A dirty alliance of some sort. Easy. Just offer her a favor. Like I said, nice and dirty.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want...
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union can...
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge, though if I may be blunt with you...
Detective, a word in private before we continue. This is not going quite as I hoped it would. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or...
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large. You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months. No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim... What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see. Of course. Why, yes I am. Officer, I assure you I'm...
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license?
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but two insulindic regattas.
Actually, you don't. It is a little known fact among those who police that the Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license. I was just being polite. Even school children know the Wayfarer Act. Unless it's their passport. No. Do you want to ask for the lady's passport?
Of course.
The woman is silent, smiling while the waves lap against the hull. In your hand, under the plastic, a light blue passport saying, the woman, born in the year 3 in the commune of Revachol, smiles at you. Face adorned with frown lines and crow's feet. The photo is recent.
My husband is. I have dual citizenship. A Vespertine is yes. But please don't call me that. Joyce is much more efficient.
She doesn't like it. Probably a bad memory. Mean girl. She nods and returns the plastic bag to her coat.
The boat? No. It...
The word, it, feels strange. Such a beautiful boat deserves a proper name.
Okay. How about Cordelechi 19? Why? Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cordelechi, and its hull is 19 paces long. Why Dolores? Well, it means nothing to me. I think I'll stick with the factory name. But thank you for the suggestion. It's a pleasure craft. A 19-pacer. My sloop? I like it a lot.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped up.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distance. Good. It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar Isola into Revachol.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff. Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual...
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the union also produces the product? So
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the union does not produce it. Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dockworkers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link. The lorries. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local... Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now.
Her irises are light green, like...
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. The two might.
Or not. Though, if you have...
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done, we did. On more than one occasion.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the union's alleged involvement. We also know it's...
Well, here's your chance, officers. No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subs. This is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no... Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi. How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands...
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were screened.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would confront.
Yes? Excellent. According to my reports, there are... it may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. What we do... I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking. The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, and that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas.
She enjoys talking about the company. It would not hurt to inquire more.
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20...
$1 billion?
And to think, there are years when the group books losses in the billions. Wild Pines employs 72,000 people, all of whom have families that depend on their salaries. It is a tremendous responsibility. They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samar. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo? We built this district. All the best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, with its bastions, the plazas Meteor and Mosaic, even some of the old... Before Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even before it was part of Revachol, long before Terminal B was erected here, a company getaway, for a weekend or a summer holiday. Then came the revolution. But that's another matter. I'm here to make sure the Pines can fulfill their responsibility.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations.
Wait, she just admitted that the lynching and...
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates. Yes, I believe there is a connection.
She's resolute in this, yet you sense that she wants to tell you. You'll have to earn her trust first.
Let's say I was not making the kind of
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare...
This isn't the first time the union has gone on.
Heavens, no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive. The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock come to...
Don't let her answer it herself.
If these workers were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates...
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before. And who... There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. Every worker, a member of the board. Then you might also like their other slogan. Demand democracy. Personally, I agree. It lacks the pizzazzo of every worker, and it's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about what, just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group. That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mock. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates, the one whose very name advertises his aversion to work.
This checks out.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say what... Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood. He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar. Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues. The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is... Why do you think so? I suppose you are, officer. All Revachol. But enough about Everard. What else can I tell you about? I'm glad you asked.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned.
This forewoman, her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence. Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name. Downright haunting, if you ask me. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help? You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare? Oh, come on now. He has his uses. Corruption. That's how he's done.
The position of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy. I hope you understand.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. How could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we...
Yes, your disgusting necktie agrees completely. Let's gossip.
Of course, Detective. Just something. Until then, is there anything I can help you with? This reality? No, but please. Ah, yes, the episode.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
We're in Martinez, baby. Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour. North of the 8, you would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year. Revachol? The great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory. Beyond patriotism. A fact.
History, Detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile in the DeLorean century. 380 years. They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. By that I mean conflicts. We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money... I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about...
A collection of tall ghosts behind the water vapor.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government.
Silence. The water. The light. There is no recognition. Only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it. She observes your eyes scanning the horizon. This is one thought you need to
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a low...
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Ma'am, miss...
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
It's better not to eat all your candy at once.
Indeed. I'm always at your service. Glad to have been of course, Detective.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Bruta. Evening falls. The time has come. The vows are blurred and flesh. Lower intestine. The term is metabolic fascism, brota. Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachol's problems? Yes, they're women. Women, men of war. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. But the main thing is that women need stomach truth. You're having a stomach because you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said that. Okay, yes, let's call it that. Good thinking. You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, brota. For the nation, smart. Best not to mention the women too often. That's why you're the head and I am the stomach. Of course you are, Bruta. Of course. Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Just an ordinary wall. You have no clue. So many walls all over Martinique.
Excuse me? I don't know. The most talkative one? The what now? You truly are one strange cop, aren't you? I have a strange cop offering to find my stupid husband. What a day. Right. What a...
She gives you.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. Man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own, but those days are behind me.
Just be straight with him.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms. Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to take drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to...
There's Yorin. Take his side in this particular fight.
Look, I'm gonna be straight with you since you're my kin. I don't know shit, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking out.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good... Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to. It's a fucking travesty, is what it is. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer stuff. Just follow the smell.
Yes.
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've...
Guess so.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded. The name Sileng.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here. Everything's cool. The goods are cool. You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang. You're right, officer. 100%. No playing around then. Strictly business. Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. Very sharp, officer. I'm Serais from the Sigai province of the Serais Empire. The apricot
The apricot suzerainty is what the Sigai archipelago is common.
No, apricots come from Sigai. My grandma used to grow them. But Sigai is a shithole. Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur?
Well, if it's for his grandma, you should buy a lot of things.
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs. That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly,
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or...
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that. Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against...
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder, and he's an asshole.
realizing he can't get out of it.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream. Exactly. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rare. Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get
And what crowd?
crowd. You know, the
He doesn't want to talk about them. He's afraid.
look. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up. It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
All of them. I don't know. I told
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours?
all of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who. I don't know. I'm not. There's one by the statue of that king.
The third driver. We haven't talked to her yet.
In her lorry there. But I don't know if it's her. All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funk. Everything's still cool here, officer.
No need to dress this one up.
Oh, okay. But why, officer? Ah, yes.
Are you trying to ask for a bribe? If so,
Sorry, detective.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to some. It's the warmth of a. woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Where am I? Who are you?
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the weary aspect of a cornered beast.
Then I don't suppose you could tell me where we are, Lowman? Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s. Back in Mecca, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people until you came along, that is. This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an... This man's got a hold over her, even 50 years later.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all his life. Someone was... They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win.
All of what? The world. She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away, like a tidal wave approaching.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
There's something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow.
Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Sheriff? I'm starting to think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buenguerro.
She's wearing sturdy worker's boots, made of black.
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now...
Moreover, the boots were size 37, tiny.
It was. And then it was no more. And I was no longer. Perhaps it was another Herife who came and woke me up, looking at my boots, asking questions.
As she says carnival, she gestures to the empty square.
I could have told you that from just looking at them. The size...
The feet of a little girl, they fit well on the pedals. Diamonds? Of course not. But wouldn't it be whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine? I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo. If then it's contraband, Lowman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo. Of course not. To truly understand the boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain. It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain. Of course not. The boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maigret, she pleads with him to give up his... No. The boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Maigret. Then he rides off. The most beautiful. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can be tied down by man or woman. His beloved...
What if to truly love a boyadero is to float lifeless downstream?
Did you just call me a lady, Herife?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
I'm not that either, Herife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me. Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was. The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there, it's all just
In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want. How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers? Awesome.
Something in her is pulling towards some unknown rest state. She twitches, like a sleep kick.
She's just a distracted old woman.
Come on, he thinks. She's not the lady driver.
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spend a pale dream is what it is. What do I need drugs for, Loman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare. Yes, there is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great... I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all.
If you don't know, you're man, low man. What of it? Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat, on the U41A. What do you... No, Lowman, diamonds. Easy. Is the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visit.
Diamonds are good for you, Lowman. You should try them sometime. Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. Or I can just relax and let my...
I think we're done here, no?
Yes.
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up? I don't want to talk about that. Man, I was hoping it isn't gonna be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is. I didn't, man. I told you I was...
He still is, hoping. It's just wishful thinking on his part.
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. A youngish woman. Gruff, but...
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Died. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that...
We can't just let it go.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's trouble.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information.
I don't believe you. I just can't, man. I'm not naive. She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's...
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her. I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me too.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life. Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay?
He's right. There are other... Push Tommy and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals.
Thank you, friend. Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking.
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again? I don't know what you're talking about. Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
No. He means La Put.
The name resounds like a bell in the air. Looks like the lieutenant has a...
Yeah, him.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a...
No, of course not. We're not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the lorrymen and...
You've seen the corpse in the yard, yes? You took a peek.
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off? Looking for something odd? Looking for something odd?
Men like this only respect two things: strength and...
Fuck you, I told you.
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
Fucking humuk. Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green.
When did she go?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now,
A small temple by the monument. Green.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too.
Still here.
An old monument stands in the middle. This green found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
The glass on the side windows is tinted. It feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence. Inside it, the door is locked. The handle...
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside. I don't know how good it is, but this investigation has taken long enough. We can't afford it to take any longer.
This green found, A to Z, contemporaire, is... This green found, A to Z. With a firm grip, you raise the pry bar. A glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, lorry cabin. The window shatters and droplets of glass.
Subtle.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty. It's an issue of Peripherique from last Wednesday. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex method.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
The pull-out toolkit slides back. These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens. One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, the remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably Grenade number 5. The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bare. A feeling of tenderness washes over you. A longing even, perhaps, and gentle tragedy. The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lie, but one odd detail does catch your eye. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique? Yes?
Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching. Looks like her, yes. Now we know for certain who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation? We should talk with Titus, see what he's got to say on the matter.
The movie stars are... Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been...
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least. For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a... doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without the dial.
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes close the rusty oak.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep. Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed. Or maybe, and last but not least, it looks like the Hardy boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the link.
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle.
Meaning, someone as slippery as Everard won't be caught by a couple of cops and some stuff they found in some cabin.
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade. Yes, well...
Unimportant.
We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest there are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that. The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the matter... All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. Debrief over. After you.
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble? Oh man, that's like a load off my mind. All that stress was messing up my rhymes. Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft. Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
It's more him. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. Your best verse. You don't even have a bad verse in here.
That's brutal, man. But you know, time will...
No, stop. He's already mortified.
That's,
In the name of God, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. These are your...
Yes, and I also thank you for stopping. We have...
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads off into the... Don't rip the red one out. You'll awaken the ghosts. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. Something close to you dies.
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs, rummaging around. Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye, a bolt-action model.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still, beautiful thing. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around.
He likes this find. You see the looming shadow of an ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The lieutenant doesn't answer. A faint waft of cold air rolls out. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found...
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Let's take a look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. At least it's not running them a loss anymore, now that you've unplugged the cable.
The fridge sits empty before you, an overindulgent wardrobe